happy Saturday afternoon to us. To you in YouTube land, it could be Monday, who knows? But to us, it's a Saturday. It is September 14th, the day after Friday the 13th. And yesterday we didn't do anything spooky. We talked about possibly going out and doing something spooky, but nothing really lined up. Today, we are going to return to St. Augustine. I know we just did a St. Augustine video recently, but what's different about this is we're not going to go downtown and walk around. We're not going to travel the forts. We are going to go to the lighthouse. What's spooky about the lighthouse? Well, they say it's haunted, and there's been a lot of mysterious things that have happened over the years. And so we're going to do a little paranormal investigation. Nothing crazy. We're not doing their ghost tours or anything like that, but they do have those. We're just going to go check it out and just kind of see how the vibes are during the day. We did this once before with some friends, and they had the ghost detection devices and stuff. So ghost detectors. And we got some cool signals and stuff like that. Like, I guess we could download those on our phone. So we could actually use the sensors that are built in the phone, and with an app, we could get the same results. So we'll probably check that out. I'll have Molly download one of those ghost detection devices and just go around and see if we can find anything. I'm going to also, since we're in St. Augustine, we're going to take a trip to the alligator farm. We'll probably start at the alligator farm and do a quick little tour there, and then go to the lighthouse, because it just seems better that way to me. I don't know. And on top of all of that, I looked up a few things today, and there's some abandoned mansions and abandoned schoolhouses and abandoned airplane hangars and different things. And some of them are still there, some of them aren't. I didn't have time to look them all up individually and stuff. So we're just going to go there and then maybe do some drive-bys and see if there's anything abandoned that we could also include on this. So stay tuned. We've got a lot coming.
We are going to spend our Saturday doing St. Augustine and finding some spooky and abandoned locations. We're going to hit up the lighthouse, which has a ton of history. We'll go over that in a little bit. I think first we are going to stop by their alligator farm.
All right, so we're almost to our first destination, and today it's going to be the alligator farm. And no, it's not really an alligator farm. It's a zoological park. And we just love going there. There's a lot of history. We love animals, and it's a good place to get out, stretch our legs, and maybe get a beverage while we're there. Once we leave there, right across the way is the lighthouse, and the lighthouse is haunted.
Going over the Bridge of Lions, and it is not up, which happens most of the time. Just getting parked, almost, and now we're getting parked.
Beautiful day in St. Augustine. Great day to see some gators. We're just going to stay long enough to take a couple of pictures and possibly get a beverage. Bunch of little gators. Little swamp puppies. Little stuffed gator. Some turtles. Another turtle. And if you look way back there, there's actually a gator. Little albino. Another little albino guy. The wifey. You see the little gator back there?
Uh-uh.
There's a
Oh, yeah.
Over here we have a little bit bigger gators. Look at that big boy right there. Ooh-wee. That bird right there doesn't even know he could be lunch. That's a juvenile bird. Some of these gators need to go on Weight Watchers. They took that Jenny Craig diet and they ate Jenny Craig. That's probably about a, I don't know, 12-foot gator right there. They're just so lazy. All right, so we are in the gator farm. Just gonna do a quick little round, check it out. We're lucky we have year-long passes, so we can come here anytime we want. It's just such a nice place. It's a really well put together zoo. Molly and I went to the gator farm. I've been there so many times I didn't do a whole bunch of commentary, but we love it there, and we will definitely go back. But
Fun visit to the alligator farms. We are going to head off to the lighthouse, even though it's raining.
Liquid sunshine.
today it's all about exploring, and we want to do some of the lost, abandoned type of stuff if we could find it, and we want to do the haunted lighthouse. So it started to rain just a little bit. We decided we were going to jump in our truck and head to the next location, which is the lighthouse. And if it stays raining, we may detour off of that idea as well. But beautiful day out, other than the little bit of sprinkles that are happening, and that's part of Florida. But yeah, hopefully we get to see some really cool stuff. I'm gonna have Molly jump in here and do some stuff, and then we'll also record us together. But I just want to get on here and say, you know, live life, go explore. You know, you never know what you're gonna find. Today, we're hoping to find some ghost stories.
Just pulling up and looking for a parking spot. Oh, did we find one? Look at that. Nice.
Okay, so it started to rain after we left the gator farm, and we headed to the lighthouse, but there's a lot of thunder and lightning going on, and we decided, oh, let's take a break from this idea and we'll do something else. Well, now we're looking for a castle. I don't know the history on this castle 100%. I just happened to see it in a little history thing, and I think it sounds really cool. I mean, what's creepier than an old castle? That's something we don't really have. So this rain has really got us kind of scrambling as far as what we're going to do. I don't know if it's the ghost trying to keep us away or just a bad luck day, but we're almost to, what would you call it, Otis Castle?
Castle Otis.
Castle Otis.
With 3 T's.
3 T's. So Molly was telling me, and she could probably reiterate, she's got the information on her phone, that this is just a recreation castle. It's not like shipped over brick by brick. I know there are places that have done that, but this one is not. It's just a replica of a real castle, and it was built in, what did you say, 1984?
Since it is designed to look like an Irish castle from 1,000 years ago.
Oh, the Lucky Charms. The rain's getting heavier. Hopefully we'll get some content today, and it's not a bus.
I had an umbrella.
You got an umbrella? I didn't bring like sweatshirts or change of clothes. Being made of sugar and spice and everything nice, the rain kind of makes it difficult.
Sugar and spice. Definitely.
Looks like it might clear up. I'm seeing some patches of blue sky coming up, so maybe when we get to the castle,
Half mile on the right. Left.
a half mile on the left. On the right is the ocean, so it's not on the ocean. All right. So we'll give you an update here in a few. We're going to check out Castle Otis. So there we have the castle right there. Unfortunately, it's closed off. We can't get to it, but you can see it in the distance there. Castle Otis was created as an original landscape sculpture in remembrance of Jesus Christ.
We were waiting for the rain to stop, and while we were driving around, we found the oldest house. So let's go check it out.
Okay, so we came to the first house in St. Augustine, and it's a full museum and pretty cool. Where we're at now, this is an addendum to that, and it's all about surfing. So apparently surfing got really big here in 1915. So very interesting. So we'll do a little tour of this. A lot of surf culture here. Funny, coming from the West Coast, I didn't think that East Coast had much surfing, but it looks like here in St. Augustine it was pretty big. I actually have taken pictures of surfers many times since we've been here, and definitely was shocked at the surf culture that is here.
All these fireplaces. Oh, there's one over here too. Gotta keep it warm before there's electricity.
So upstairs of the Surf Museum, some stuff right at my alley, some old camera gear. But this is all about the Black history in St. Johns County, and got some really cool photographs. Right up my alley. Lots of old pictures from the 60s and old Hasselblad camera. I'd love to have that actually.
It's like our little courtyard out here. We are going to head over to the map gallery. We are going to head over to the oldest house right now. It's raining. I think we're going to head back to the museum.
All right, so we got to see the oldest house in St. Augustine. It's a museum, and there's also a couple other houses kind of connected to it now. A museum about surfing in there. There's a museum about Black history in that county. And there is the museum for the oldest house and how it came to be. Plus there's a old map museum in there. Pretty interesting. About $13 a person to go in, unless you're military or first responder or old. We aren't quite old enough to get that senior discount, and we don't have the other discounts, so we paid the $13. It was cool. Definitely, if you like history and stuff like that, I think that you'll enjoy it. Lots of different types of history there. Not haunted though, that I could see. There was nothing that said, hey, this is gonna be Creepsville, or this is, rumored to have all these entities. But it was cool. It's cool to see. Now we are heading to get something to eat, and then we're going to head back to the lighthouse, give that a second try, because it was too rainy when we went.
We are heading over to the lighthouse, and I am getting a ghost finder app downloaded onto my phone so we can just kind of see if there's any spooky things going on over at the lighthouse. Anyways, we went to our first time at the lighthouse. We went with some friends, and they had an EMF device, and there was a lot of activity on the EMF. One flight done out of the 219 steps.
Okay, we're climbing the lighthouse. Lots of echoes, but we've made it up one flight. We'll see if we make it all the way. All right, we made it to the top. I'm gonna catch up to Molly here. She's rolling quickly, but made it to the top. Let's get in here. We're like 14 stories up. I'm glad we made it up here when it wasn't raining. You can see some storm clouds up there, but it has stopped. So we get to see all over St. Augustine. Interesting stuff up here. This looks like the keeper's house right there. My legs are jello right now. Really cool dynamic skies. So the ghost detector that Molly has just said leave. So I guess that's our clue. We did make it to the top of the lighthouse. I'm going to show you that real quick. So here's the lighthouse, 14 stories. We made it all the way to the top.